Welcome to the Non-Negotiable Living podcast, where we're building lives by design by creating non-negotiable habits around fitness, family, faith, and financial freedom.
Hey friends, welcome back to Non-Negotiable Living. Today we're talking about that moment where your brain screams, I can't. When you're mid-workout, mid-habit, mid-goal, and everything inside you wants to quit. But what if I told you that that voice isn't the truth? It's a limit your brain has made up. Today we're diving into the science of perceived limits and why pushing past I can't is exactly how you create real transformation in your body, mind, and life. Let's start here. Have you ever told yourself, I'm too tired to do this. I just can't finish it. I'm not strong enough. I'm not built for this. Don't get me wrong, we all have, but here's what you need to know. Your brain is designed for survival, not for success. It wants you to stay safe, comfortable, predictable, and inside of its known limits. Because from an evolutionary standpoint, discomfort used to mean danger. But now, that discomfort you feel at rep 10 of squats or that last 60 seconds of your cardio workout, that fear before raising your hand, applying for the job and making a change, that's not danger. That's growth knocking on your door. So let's bring in the science behind it. Dr. Timothy Noakes, a South African exercise scientist, developed something called the central governor theory. And he found that fatigue is not purely physical. It's actually regulated by your brain. Your brain limits your performance before your body is truly maxed out to protect you. It's like a governor on a car engine. It kicks in early so you don't push too hard. But here's the kicker. You can train your brain to rise to a higher ceiling. In a study published by the Frontiers in Physiology, researchers found that mental fatigue impacted physical performance more than physical fatigue. Let me say that again. Their mental state is what impacted their physical performance more than their actual physical limitations. In other words, your thoughts quit before your muscles do. Let that sink in. You are far more capable than your mind allows you to believe. Now, I've seen this firsthand with my clients and people around me. I've had women in their 40s who couldn't even do a body weight I've had women in their 40s who couldn't even do a body weight squat when they started. She was convinced her knees were too bad and that she'd never be strong enough. But 3 months in, she was lifting weights, doing full range of goblet squats, walking 10,000 steps a day, and feeling limitless. Her body didn't change first, her mind had to. Or another client who said, I can't track my food, it's just too overwhelming. And 2 weeks in, she's not only tracking, but it's easy to her now, and she understands the process and how her food fuels her. Her energy's better, her bloating is gone, her cravings are down. The I can't turned into an I did. She turned the I can't mentality into a I do and I can mentality. And then that leads to, well, what else can I do? That's the power of pushing through that first uncomfortable edge. Now, this isn't just about fitness. This voice shows up everywhere in relationships. I can't speak up. I don't want conflict. Or in parenting. I can't stay patient today. I'm just tapped out. In business, I can't raise my rates. I'm not qualified enough. People won't pay. Every time you listen to that voice, you are reinforcing that ceiling. And every time you challenge it, you're raising the bar. So discomfort is the price of growth. But the beautiful part is we can train for that. So here's how we build those mental muscles. First off, we need to reflect on small wins every day. Walk for 5 minutes longer than you did yesterday. Hold your plank for 10 seconds longer. Knock out 1 extra rep. So where you would normally say, I'm done, you say yes to a little bit more. Your brain needs proof that discomfort won't kill you. It can strengthen you. We also need to reframe the discomfort. So don't say, this is hard, this sucks, I can't do it, I'm not sure I can hang in there. What we need to reframe is saying, this is where my growth begins. This is where I get better. This is where my 1% gain comes in. Another thing is to use the 40% rule. So Navy SEALs have a saying that when you think you're done, you're only at 40%. And that means that there's always more in the tank if you just keep going. You know, sometimes you're running, it's hot, you're uncomfortable, your legs are hurting, and you're getting tired, and you think, I just have to stop. But if you realize if you just keep putting one foot in front of the other, everything's going to get better. If we just keep putting one foot in front of the other, we're just going to keep going further. We don't have to stop. Our brain's going to tell us to stop, but our body isn't. We also have to anchor to our why. When the discomfort hits, our reason has to be bigger than our excuse. So are you doing this because you want to be a strong, active mother? Are you doing this to break generational curses? Are you doing this because you have chronic disease and you want to mitigate it? To prove to yourself that you can finish that you start. What is the reason? What is your why? Let that why pull you forward when your brain wants to bail. So we have to think about this. The difference between who we are now and the version of us that we're chasing is simply our willingness to get uncomfortable. So that moment you want to quit, that rep that you want to stop at, those are the ones that build you. Those moments after you want to quit that you keep going, those reps that you get in after you feel like you're tapped out. That early morning you want to sleep in, but you roll out of bed and you get going, that is the decision that will define your future. Your body is going to follow your mind. So we need to start training our mindset like it matters, because it does. So today, I want you to find your edge, and then I want you to push it a little further. Not all the way, not to burnout, not to injury, just past that I can't. Because on the other side of that voice is everything you've been chasing. So please remember, we need to get rid of that I can't mentality. In our house, we have a rule. We don't say I can't. Not me, not my husband, not my kids. We can say, I'm not great at this yet, or I'm still working on getting better, or I need more practice, but we don't say we can't do anything. Because when push comes to shove, it's likely that it's not true. So if this episode lit something up inside you, send it to a friend who needs to hear it. And if you're ready to train your body and your mindset to stop quitting at that 40%, you know where to find me. So let's push past those limits together. Until next time, keep working on those non-negotiable habits. Keep trying to push past that I can't mentality. You guys got this.